I think you are nuts for making me do this.
I think it will be fun. Don't you want to know about the future?
Not really. I mean, what if it's bad news? I don't think I can handle that right now.
Don't be silly. Your life is nothing but good luck.
Toni and Troy walk up to a dark red house. The windows are dark and there are creepy trees. It is dark and there is an eerie feeling in the air. This doesn't look too promising.
Come on, let's go in.
Toni and Troy put their hands up to knock on the door, but before they could make contact, an old lady with a lot of energy answers the door.
Hello, welcome. I didn't even have a chance to knock. I knew you were coming.
Troy rolls his eyes.
We are. Don't tell me your names. You must be Toni and Troy. Wow, impressive.
Toni, didn't you see the Ring doorbell outside? She knew we were coming because she saw us on video.
I see you're a non-believer. He's just having a bad day. Why don't you two sit down and I will read your future?
Toni and Troy sit down at the table.
My name is Madam Psychic.
How original. More like Madam Psycho. The psychic gives Troy a dirty and angry look. She turns on a lantern and lights a couple of candles and closes her eyes. She stacks cards in front of her and flips 2 cards in front of Toni. The first card is the High Priestess.
What does that mean?
It means you are full of yourself.
Shush! You have been thinking about something for a long time. You know the answer, but you must stay true to your instincts. It's okay. Go for it.
How vague. You can apply that to almost anything.
Troy, be quiet. I'm trying to enjoy this.
The psychic flips over another card in front of Toni. The next card is the Empress.
You miss your mother, but this is all I can see. I'm not sure what happened, but I can see the mother is not in the picture.
How astute. Everyone in town knows we stay with Dad. Brookfield isn't that big. In fact, aren't you the librarian, baker, and tax accountant too?
Troy, you're ruining this. Don't be such a jerk.
The lady slams 2 cards in front of Troy angrily. The low-light lantern goes out, leaving the room lit by only the candles. She flips the card over. It is the Hanged Man.
Does this mean Troy is going to hang? It means Troy should let his guard down, relax, and learn to let go. He's a bit uptight.
So, we went to a psychic for her to tell me something I already know?
She's giving you advice. Calm down.
The psychic flips over the last card, and it is the Death card.
This is the Death card.
Toni has a frightened look on her face.
Does this mean Troy is going to die?
We are all gonna die one day.
I am not getting a clear reading on what this is. I just know you should be careful and be prepared for change.
That's it. I'm out of here. Troy gets up from his chair and storms out of the house.
Troy, come back!
Toni gets up and follows Troy out of Madam Psychic's house. What a bunch of bullcrap! She is wasting our time. I can't believe you are buying into this. Troy starts to walk home, and Toni follows behind him.
Why can't you just sit and enjoy it?
Because she is making things up as she goes and giving such vague information. Even I could charge someone $20 to give them this general BS reading. I don't have time for this.
You just didn't like what she had to say.
Easy for you to say. You didn't get the Death card. As Toni and Troy are walking home, Jason comes running up to them out of nowhere.
Hey Jason, nice new haircut.
Thanks! What are you guys up to? Headed home. We just left this crazy psychic lady in town. You didn't. We didn't what? Go and see Madam Psychic? Yes, and it was a complete waste of time and money. I don't know, Troy. I heard about her, and she is usually spot on with her predictions. You just have to look deep enough for the answers. She didn't give any predictions. She told Toni she would make a decision on something she had been thinking about, and Mom is not around. And she told me to stop being uptight and be ready for a change. Even you could have told us that. It usually goes much deeper than that, but you have to look past the surface. What, are you getting a kickback by telling us to believe that crazy lady? No, but I know if you don't believe, you could run into some challenging times. And how do you know that? I can't say. They finally arrive in front of Toni and Troy's house. You are just as crazy as she is.
Are you coming in?
No, I am going to see Austin. He hasn't been feeling too well. I will catch up with you guys later. Jason takes off, and Toni and Troy head into their house.
Do you want to watch a movie or something? Maybe take your mind off that death card?
I honestly just want to be left alone. He walks into his bedroom and shuts the door.
I wonder what's gotten into him.
As Troy gets up to his room, he starts to lay down and stare at the ceiling. He starts to get drowsy and begins to doze off. Just as he starts to fall asleep, he hears a knock at his window, which startles him. He gets out of his bed to see who is at the window. No one is there. That's odd. He shrugs his shoulders and goes back to lay in bed.
Troy! Come in here quick!
Troy gets out of bed and runs into the living room. This better be good since you woke me up. If not, I will be very upset. Toni points towards the TV. On the TV, it shows a video clip of an apartment building on fire. Whoa! Did they say what caused the fires?
No, they said they're still investigating. It looks like it was near that psychic's house. We were just there.
Great. I hope her house burned down too.
Troy, how dare you wish that upon anyone?
Let's go check it out to see if we can help. Toni and Troy head down to the fire. The psychic lady is in tears. There are many neighbors standing around watching the scene. The officers are getting statements from everyone. No one saw anything.
What's going on? My house is burned down. It was you. You threatened me.
No way! I was at home. You were the one with all those candles. Besides, can't you see the future? You should have predicted this.
He had nothing to do with this. He was at home with me. You two are in cahoots. You are responsible for this.
Ma'am, you can't just go around accusing people. We will get their statements. But we have to conduct a full investigation to find out who or what is behind this. Madam Psychic walks up to Toni and Troy and stares them dead in the eyes. She waves her hands frantically and says,
You two are cursed. I will ensure the two of you go down for this. I will get justice.
Wow, she has completely lost it. Toni and Troy are now cursed. How will they break this evil psycho's hex? Find out in part 2 of Evil Psycho, the Psychic. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe